Well, we are starting a new segment tonight. Every month, a staff member from Members Credit Union will join us to help us all be wise with our money. Tonight, I'm joined by Andy Kemp, who is the CEO at Members. Andy, thanks so much for being here. We are talking tonight about consolidating debt. You know, a lot of people have a New Year's resolution to get the new year off on a good financial note. What is consolidating debt, and how can it help us?
Mark, consolidating debt is when people can take numerous loans and bring them into one loan.
Okay.
This time of year, coming out of the new year, a lot of credit card debt, a lot of other debt, and a lot of people are trying to figure out what to do with it. And they say, why, how does it benefit me? What does it do for me? When we look at it, a lot of what we look at is we can help you get your high-rate loans, your high-rate credit card loans down into one low-rate loan, which will help you not only with your budgeting of your money, but it will also give you a little bit of money going forward to help pay off other debts you may have. What it also does is many of us have issues because we have multiple debts out there, and we have to make multiple payments in a month, and it's difficult to keep up with all those payments in a month. So by taking the numerous loans into one loan, you have just one payment. It makes it a lot easier for people.
Do you find it also gives people some sense of peace of mind, some sense of control, just knowing that they've taken that step and they can now have this challenge that they can deal with?
Absolutely. That's exactly what it helps them with. They can bring it in. They now know that here's what I have. I can pay it off on a timely basis, and I can be ready to move forward.
I'm sure that can help. All right, so how do you start the process?
That's a great question. A lot of people are trying to figure out how to start the process. The process starts by first you have to figure out what debts you have. Look at your debt load. Look at what you have sitting out there in credit cards, car loans, signature loans, all the loans that you have. So you take those signature loans and you say, okay, do I have a couple months left or do I have a couple years left to pay those off? You take those loans, then you go to your financial institution. And you say, hey, this is what I need some help with, and your financial institution will work with you and tell you what they can or can't do. And a lot of the times they can bring it in and bring you into a lower rate loan. Just take you out of the credit cards and put you into a lower rate loan. And with doing that, a lot of times they may ask for collateral. Collateral will get you into the lowest rate loan you can possibly get.
But in the long run, that pays off big.
It absolutely pays off big. You can save a lot of money and interest in the long run.
What tips do you have for people when it comes to actually going through the consolidation once they've consolidated?
The biggest tip we can tell people is know yourself.
Okay.
And know what got you in trouble in the first place. If you are going to consolidate the debt and then go out and use the credit cards again, close the credit cards. Get rid of them, cut them up, throw them away. If you are not going to do that, if you're comfortable with the credit cards, keep them. You can use them for a rainy day, use them for emergency, and that's what a lot of us have them for and why we need them. Keep them around. But our biggest tip is to make sure that you're not going to go back into debt.
So if you made mistakes and or ran into circumstances and that's why you consolidated, change your ways after you consolidate.
Absolutely. Get yourself out of trouble, because getting control of your debt is the easiest way to make your life a lot less stressful.
It's such peace of mind once we can at least have a solution in place for our financial. Andy, thanks so much for being here.
Mark.
Andy's going to be back once a month with more sound financial advice. Next time, we're going to be talking about how to plan for your retirement. Until then, Andy, thanks so much for being here. Kristen, back to you.